Hi everybody, this is Black Lion. Yeah, I just want to share with you a couple of things about hospitals. It's at one point almost everybody accesses the hospital. There's so many hospitals that you can access, right? The super challenge is sometimes we forget. We forget to do some easy research that you can do. You don't just jump into any time that you have and go into any that you want. You have to consider so many things. First, you have to consider your budget. Second, you have to consider what hospital and what service that they're offering. Third, you have to consider the ability and the flexibility of these hospitals. There's so many, yes, but some of them you also have to consider insurance or cash. So this is how it happened. My question is, do you just go straight up to the hospitals, or you go up to a line of medical centers, or you can do this in clinics? So my advice to you guys is sometimes it's just better to go straight up. Go straight up to the main hospitals, because then there is a variety of service that you can access. And there's another thing. Most of these hospitals in the UAE are interconnected, which means if you have a challenge with one of the ones during the consultation, you find they have found out that you have some situation that they can't handle, they can advise you already. The doctor who you're seeing can already advise you and tell you, go to this hospital, go to this hospital, go to this hospital. Now, why I say this is because there is an interconnection between these hospitals and clinics and medical centers. Sometimes during the consultation, you will find that if the situation requires another service that this other doesn't have, just right after it, you're going to receive a phone call from another medical center or for a specialist center or something else for what it is that is required by you. So I think it is something that is it's an experience worth sharing. Sometimes it's good to know these things, and step after step, it continues to build up until you're able to solve your situation. Now, the notion is sometimes people say it is expensive, uh, health is expensive, it's all this. Now, my take in this is you have to do this basing on your budget, basing on your earning, basing on your situation. Because sometimes your situation may be that you can't afford. And if you can't afford, therefore I can't go to any hospital. No. You have to do your own research. All over the UAE, there are lists of hospitals that anyone can access basing on your ability and basing on your level of alertness by yourself. Because of course, hospitals are here to make money as well as here to serve people. So don't forget the fact that they will also have to, keep running and make money. If one is expensive, you find another that is not. And then it doesn't mean that if you're in Dubai, you only have to be in a hospital in Dubai. You can look out for certain hospitals that are not in Dubai, for example. You can go to Sharjah, you can go to Ajman, you can go to different places. All of these places have hospitals that you can access. So try not to limit yourself to one or two or to three or to the major ones that you can hear. Because another tip is sometimes most of these doctors be moving from one to the other to the other. Right, yeah, they may be on payroll of one hospital, but doesn't it mean that you cannot find them in another. So this is something that I hope you can find it useful. So when you're looking out for hospitals, look at some of the things that are involved. One is your budget, two is the location, three is it a private hospital or it's a government hospital? Anywhere you go, you will find that medical is not cheap. So you can decide to enroll for insurance by yourself, or you can have insurance by your employer, or you can have different types of insurance. Terms of insurance, that's another section altogether. I'm not discussing it now, but you can have either insurance or cash. Sometimes it's good to have cash. Sometimes it's go on, pay up, and get done with it if you have the cash, because there's processes when it comes to insurance as well. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Now I've completed my session for the day, and I'll be, moving. But I hope you got some tips on this, especially when it comes to hospitals. At some point, you will always find yourself in a hospital because it doesn't matter where you are. You just have to be able to, understand which places are okay for you, which places are within your budget, and those that aren't within your budget. and then you can be able to access these services. Otherwise, you don't have to split, or you don't have to make yourself be in one only. You have to be in many places, okay? So it can be in different states. It doesn't mean if you're in Sharjah, you only have to go to hospitals in Sharjah. You can do your research, and all these things is there on Google. You can find out a list of hospitals and reviews and all these things. They should help you. Look at some of these reviews. Some of these reviews go as deep as even doctors. They can actually, you can find reviews for the cases that yourself you're facing as well, the same cases. So you go on and have a good time, and cheers and bye.